welcome back again to Number Wizard. So last time, if you remember, we did variables. So we got it to where it says, has all the introduction, right? Welcome to Number Wizard, gives the controls. Let me say pick an number between a minimum and a maximum variable. So if you'll remember, we declared our variables up here, and then we used them down in our debug.log. So now it's being used in the debug.log, it's being sent to the console, and it all works great. So now, here's what we want to do. We want to, see, we don't need that anymore. So we want to be able to give a guess, right? They say pick a number between a 1 and 1,000 or whatever, and now we want the computer to give an initial guess, and then the player has to then decide if it's higher or lower. Right? That's what the up arrows are for. So here's how we're going to do our guess. So after it says pick a number between 1 and 1,000, we're just going to do a guess. So debug.log, and then we're going to add this. Is your number higher or lower than, and then I'm going to do a colon, I'm going to add a space. Okay. So, is your number higher or lower than, and now I have room to put a guess number. But here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do it as a variable. So we're going to create another variable like we did last time, and we're just going to name it guess. So this is going to be our guess. And right now, at the start of the game, we don't have a guess yet, right? We're just creating this variable. We don't have a guess, so I'm just going to set it equal to 0 for now. Okay. So I have guess equals 0, but I want to be able to take and take my minimum and maximum and find a random number in between those two for the computer to give a guess. So to do that, I'm just going to create some space there. Before I say use a number higher or lower than guess, I need to do a line of code to get a guess number. So here's how you can set guess to a value of something. Okay. So I want guess, right, and it autofills right there. I'm going to set it equal to, and there's a line of code. There's a code that says random dot range, not random range, random dot range, and then open and close parentheses. And now if you'll see, if you hover over an element like debug.log, right, logs a message to the Unity console. That's what we've been doing. If you hover over range, it will return a random float or number between a minimum and a maximum. Okay, so we want to fill this parentheses. It gives you an example of float min, float max, right? Float is just a type of variable. We haven't covered that yet. We haven't talked about floats. We just have integers, but it works the same. So in the parentheses, we can do our minimum, and we can put our maximum. So now what that's going to do is going to set guess equal to a random number between 1 and 1,000. And now we have our debug.log, is your number higher or lower than, and then it ends on there. And now, here's what I want you to do. Here's a little mini challenge for you. After, is your number, like in the debug.log, is your number higher or lower than space, whatever, right? I want you to add the guess variable into our debug.log like we did up here. So go ahead and pause the video and try to do that challenge. Try to add guess into here, into this debug.log. Okay. So is your number higher or lower than, and I want to add an element, and then I want to add the guess element. Okay, so let's go ahead and save that up, and let's go ahead and take a look at Unity, and let's see what happens. So let's hit play. Okay, perfect. So I added this extra line of code. Is the number higher or lower than? It has a space all nicely because I added that in there. 524. Nowhere did I write 524. 524 is the number that it randomly put between our minimum and our maximum number. Okay. So now that we have the method to create a guess, in our next video we can use player input. Well, actually, 2 videos from now we can use player input to do guess. Next video we're going to learn how to just get player input and make sure that works. And after that we'll use it to generate a new guess based on new min and max numbers. Okay. So I'll go ahead and see you in the next video.